Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good. So in this video, we will continue with dynamic programming. And in the previous video, we had solved something about matrix path and all that. This video, we will solve a problem which is called a gold mine problem. Actually, this problem had appeared in one of my Samsung test. I don't know if you have watched that video or not. You can go to my channel playlists and you can see. I'm not sure if it was Samsung or SAP Labs, but in the internship test, they had asked this kind of a question, I think. I mean, I think this question only, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. So these kind of questions are actually easy and it should be done by everyone. But still, let us see. We will completely see the algorithm, and I'll also show you the coding part. Okay. Actually, maybe I've already written the code, but let's see. So given a gold mine, so it is basically a matrix of size n cross m, and each field in this mine has a positive integer which shows the amount of gold. You start from the first column, but any row. So any row, first column you start, and you can do only three types of moves. First move is you can go to the right. Second type of move is you go right up or right down. Third type of move is right down. Okay. And we have to find out maximum amount of gold that we can collect. So if we are given this kind of a matrix, just assume any random matrix. Okay, just assume any random kind of a matrix. So the number of places where we can start our journey from is any cell in the first column, that is this or this. We start from any cell in the first column and we can either go right or right up or right down. So three moves are possible. So how did we approach the previous videos this thing problem? Previous video problem was that matrix path sum, right? Over there, what had we this thing? What was the algorithm? What did we think about? What was the approach? We first this thing we took a random cell. So let us again take a random cell. Suppose we take this cell. Now, if we had to reach that cell, so if we had to reach that cell, what are the total number of ways that we can reach that cell? In how many ways? So this cell is there. If we had to be over here, if we were ended up on that cell, we could start from here and take a right, or we could start from here, take a right, go down, because see, right is possible, right down is possible, and even right up is also possible. So if you were to come on this cell, that means three possibilities are there. From this cell you could have come, or this cell, or this cell. So three possibilities are there. So for this you have to take maximum of all the three possibilities. So this was the same kind of problem, right? This is also like this matrix path problem only. But what is the difference here? In that matrix path problem, we started from the first row. So if this was the matrix, okay, if some n number of rows were there, we started from the first row. Here it is just that we are starting from anywhere in the first column. The previous problem was start anywhere from the first row. So we had to go down. Here from left to right we have to check. So in the previous videos problem, we ultimately we had to find the maximum of all the values in the last row. In the last row. In this problem, we have to find maximum of all values in the last column. So that's all. It's almost like a reverse problem. But I'll just show you one test case example with this thing working of it, how it is actually happening. Let me show it to you. So I'll erase all this. Excuse me. So now I will take, maybe I'll take this bigger matrix. So 1, 3, 5. Okay. I need one more column. So 1, 3, 5. 2241, 2241, 5023, 5023, and 0612. Okay, so this is our input matrix. Okay, this is the gold mine. Now we can start from anywhere in the first column, but we will forget that. We will start from the second column onwards. So we will start from this second column, and let us consider this particular cell. Which cell? We will consider this particular cell. Now for this cell, what are the possibilities? Can I come from the left of this cell? From left side of this cell, can I go right? Yes. Can I do this operation right up? See, this cell is valid. This is a valid cell. This is also valid cell. Can I do right down? Right down, do ulta of it. To check if the cell is valid, do the opposite. So if you can do right down, do up left. Is up left a valid cell? See, up left is not a valid cell. So we can't do up left. If we had to check for right up, which is a possible move, we will check for down left. Is down left possible? Yes. So how will this 3 change? 3 will change to maximum of 3 plus maximum of 1 or 2. So 2 is maximum. So this will change to 5. This will change to 5. Now what about this cell? For this cell 2, what are the possibilities? Can I come from right side? Yes. Can I come from diagonally left? This is called diagonally left. See this one, diagonal left. Actually no, diagonal, it's not diagonal left, I'm sorry. I think they've given a name for it. Diagonally up towards the right, or diagonally up toward, diagonally down. Yeah, diagonally up towards the right, diagonally down towards the right, whatever. So opposite of that. So you have to just consider whatever moves are given in these kind of problems. Let me just tell you, whatever moves are given, if you have to check for a valid cell, do the opposite of that. That's all. So we have to check if this right side, so left side cell is valid, so that we could come from the left to right. So that's why you check left, opposite you do. Okay, now see how will this 2 change? 2 will change to maximum of 1 to 5. Which one is that? 5. So 2 plus 5. Why are we doing plus? Because we are not just putting the gold there. We are taking the gold along. We are taking the sum. We are not storing it. We are taking the sum. Similarly for this 0, what is it going to be? This is going to be 5, I guess. For this 6, what is it going to be? Now we can do it orally, right? It become 11. Now this matrix values have changed. You should apply the same operations in this row with these new updated values. So like this, if we do, we will get answer 16. That's what the GFG article says. So I would like you to pause the video and continue further. I have shown you for one column now. Can you do it for others? What will be for this column number 4, for this column number 3, for this one? So over here again, we have to just check for valid points. What are the valid points? See, we can come from the right side or right up, right down. So check opposite. Is left side valid? Is this valid? Is this valid? So we have to just check those points and get the maximum and add it to that value in the matrix. So let me just check if I have coded this somewhere or not. Yeah, so I actually have already coded this. So let me show you. See, this is the input matrix. I've taken a random 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, so 4 rows, 4 columns I've taken, and I'm starting from the second column onwards. So it is 0 index. So j equal to 1 means second column onwards. And as I told you, first I will check for valid point. So this if condition means that all possible moves are valid. That means I could have come from the left, or I could have taken a right down, or I could have taken right up approach, anyhow. So all the 3 approaches are possible. So this is this thing. So all 3 paths. Okay. So over here, now the second, this is the else if part. Else if I is equal to 0. So I is equal to 0 means where? That means this is the first row. I is equal to 0. Which move is not possible? this move is not possible. Right down move is not, sorry, yeah, right down move is not possible because there was no cell only over here. It will be outside matrix, which is not correct. So over here, this right down not possible. And over here, you can guess right up not possible. That means it is in the last row. That means it is where it is in the last row that we are checking. So just find the valid points, get the maximum of all the possible values, add it to the matrix. Remember, if we can move right, we have to check the left cell. If we can move right up, we have to check down left. Whatever moves we can do the opposite and check the values in the matrix. See, this value, matrix ij minus 1, represents the value to the left side, because from left we can go right. This value over here, I minus 1, j minus 1, means right down. We could have used right down and ended up on matrix I comma j. This represents right up, like that. So this is also easy problem, but I gave a complete explanation. Some people will say you have not yet done it. So I will now, this thing I will run and hopefully it will show the answer. So already it was actually showing 83 as the answer. So let's see again. I don't know why it's taking so much time. So it is showing 83 because, yeah, I have taken this example from GFG and the answer is 83. So if you want me to take this example and show if it is coming 16, let me show that also to you. Okay. So see, you are getting 16 as the answer. So that was the problem, and simple problem. It was asked in one of my internship tests. I wanted to share that also with you. Okay. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. It will make me feel nice. And subscribe to the channel. That also motivates me. Share it with all your friends. That also motivates me, and it will maybe benefit them. Take care, stay safe, keep learning, keep growing. Stay tuned. Bye.